Hey, hello. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the My Virgo Friend podcast. My name is CheChe, your movement and meditation coach. Happy New Year. Happy 2024. Happy January. Happy Capricorn season. All the things. All right. This is my first time recording an episode as I conduct a YouTube live. Okay. So just bear with me as I sort out and just kind of get comfortable right now. Just make sure I have everything going. Yep, I have the audio, have the YouTube, and then also have the backup. Yay. Yes. So again, happy new year, happy 2024. I hope everyone is feeling amazing. All right. So you know how we do on the My Virgo Friend podcast. Let's do our sound bowl. Okay. Um, I'm gonna play the sound bowl. Let's go for 3 ohms, breaths, whatever. Just make sure you inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. All right. Breathe in. All right, take a sip of your beverage. If you're looking on YouTube, right when I was about to go for my deep breaths, Conan came and stepped on my foot as he took away one of my socks. So he's pissed about something. I'm not sure what's going on with him, but Conan said, "What's up?" He just made his little cameo, okay? But first and foremost, shout out to the earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Cheers. Shout out to the water signs Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancers. Cheers. Shout out to the air signs Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Cheers. And last but not least, the fire signs Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Cheers. My tea is at the perfect temperature, so we'll be doing a lot of cheers and a lot of chugging. Go on, Conan. A lot of cheers and a lot of chugging in the next few minutes, okay? So like I said, I hope your year is off to a great start. And understand this is our first episode back since I've recorded the last episode of 2023. So apologies to anyone that has been looking day after day, wonder when the My Virgo Friend podcast is going to drop. Have no fear, we are back and we are here. All right. Remember, you can always go back to listen to previous episodes of the My Virgo Friend podcast on all platforms where you can find your podcast: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Stitcher, Pandora, Amazon Music, anywhere you listen to podcasts, type in My Virgo Friend and you will find us. All right. So if I don't get an episode out sooner than you would like or as often as you would like, all right, remember you can always go back to listen to previous episodes, even from previous year, 2, 3 ago, because we're coming up on 4 years in the spring, you guys. All right. So again, cheers to everyone that has supported the My Virgo Friend podcast. Thank you for starting your new year off with me. If you're a new listener, hello, welcome. I hope you'll stay with us as we continue to grow this community. I want to send shout out to everyone that sends me a DM, that comments on the posts, that engages on the lives that I do, that has subscribed to my YouTube channel, that has followed me, that has shown any type of support for me as CheChe Babe, as your coach, as your meditation coach, your yoga teacher, your favorite podcast host, whatever. All right. So just thank you. Sending my love to you. All right. So cheers. He's on it today. I'm not gonna give in to him. Um so anyway. Conan, come here. I'm not in the mood. Because it took so long for me to make this episode. Like you see, I got my makeshift studio here, and it clicked to me today. I realized why I feel so uncomfortable at times when I'm trying to record. It's because I don't have a desk. When I moved here, I had a glass desk that I just was not able to fit. It just didn't make sense to bring it because again, it was a glass desk, right? So, and I had got it for a great deal, so it wasn't going to be like a total loss to like leave it or whatever. But I didn't bring my desk, and since I've been here, I've been trying to find where I'm going to record my podcast. Right, like I have this table over here, I have these two end tables, and I have nice counter space, beautiful counter space. I have nice. The desk that I have is built in, and it's built into where I'm facing the wall. And I like to have the wall behind me to where I'm seeing everything. I don't like those desks where anyone can walk up behind you and scare you. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm here by myself, I don't like the desk where I'm facing the wall and it's stuff that can happen behind me. I want my back to the wall so I can see what's going on. Because when I was at my other apartment, that's how my desk was fixed. I had it to where I was sitting at a desk with the wall right behind me, so it was easy to just slide in, have my microphone at the same level, in the same space, looking in the same direction. I just had that like consistency, right? And since I've been here, I've been, trying to figure out like, oh, where to record. And that's why, because I don't have a desk. So I don't know why I'm just now realizing that, or why I feel the need to share that right now. But for for some of you, for most of you, you may be coming to a state of clarity, of just having that aha moment, of just realizing why something hasn't been working. Hopefully you've been having that click, that epiphany, that realization of, oh, this is what I need, this is what I don't need, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. And just hopefully with that moment of clarity, it will be the rekindling of that spirit, rekindling of that fire you need to just get to it, to get things done, to get moving. Okay. So cheers to that. I need to start looking for a desk because it matters that much. And on that same note, I want you to be reminded that you're enough, you're more than enough, and your needs are your needs. Yes, you could probably make do with what you have, but if you know what you need and it's something that's going to add value to your life, it's going to add value to your craft, it's going to add value to your art form, give yourself more honor and prioritize yourself more and saying, you know what, I'm worth it. I'm worth getting this extra thing. I'm worth the extra time. I'm worth the extra pay. I'm worth the extra energy. I'm worth it. Like whatever you are coming to realize that you are worth, give honor to that. Just like for me, even though I've taken the past 2 weeks off, since recording the last episode, I've been, taking some time for myself, but I've also just been in the process of meditating, researching, reflecting, and just trying to get a deeper understanding of what 2024 is, what it's going to be, what was learned from 2023, what lessons and wisdom to take with me, and what to leave behind, what persons, what people, what energy, ideas, projects, what to leave behind, right? And just today, I've had so many reminders and confirmations of people going mute. That's been a theme I've noticed. Like I've been watching different videos in my research on, symbolism, and just, my next level of research in regards to my spiritual journey. And these three different, not just three, but it was at least three different channels, or three different YouTube videos, like three different YouTube channels that really did relate with each other, that all had a theme of someone being punished by becoming mute. And if you've listened to this podcast long enough, I've shared my own past life regression experience, where in a past life that was, my storyline, where I was mute, and the wisdom was me not being mute anymore, hence me having this podcast, using my voice, knowing that my voice is valuable, it's worth hearing, and it needs to be heard. Mm. So I told you I was going to be trying to chug my tea while it's like at the perfect temperature. I don't want it to get cold. And I feel like spirit was just giving me that little nudge, like, hey, I know you done took 2 weeks off from recording, but don't forget, you need to get back on this podcast. It's January, it's the first month. I want to be able to look back by the time we get to the end of 2024, I want to be able to look back and say I was consistent every single month. I can't say I was consistent every single week because I took the first 2 weeks off, but traditionally there are 2 weeks of vacation in every year. So I could really go hard for the next 50 weeks. Pardon me, excuse me. I can at least go hard for the next 50 weeks and have consistency there, you know? I'll give myself grace. Okay. I can afford to take 2 weeks off. It's fine. It's all about, how I continue to press forward and move on, right? Excuse me. So I feel like that was just spirit universe's way of just reminding me, like, okay, even though you haven't been using your voice for the past 2 weeks, don't think that that's, you know, going to be the norm. Like you're going to have to get back to it eventually. So, um, get up there, stop moving. Golly, he jumps down to get back up, like just in my way. Anyway, yes, I sucked the tea bag. I want all the juice, all the herbs. But what was I going to say? What was I saying? What was I saying? So yes, so I took the past 2 weeks off because I'm sure y'all were doing the same thing. Cat Williams. What did I say all last year? The year of the Virgo. It's carried into 2024, and maybe the whole year of the Virgo energy I'm feeling with truth telling and coming out of hermit mode with some enlightenment, coming out of hermit mode with some newfound wisdom, with some newfound truth, with some newfound truth that's rocking your world, okay? Hence earth energy, right? It's Cat Williams went on Shannon Sharp. Okay. Cat Williams is a Virgo. Shannon Sharp is a Cancer, I believe. I want to say he's a double Cancer, like a Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Virgo rising, I believe. Okay. So he has strong Virgo energy as well. Because, of course, I had to go research and see what was this energy exchange like. And they both have heavy Virgo energy influence. So shout out to Shannon Sharp and Cat Williams, our new found Virgo friends. Okay. Friends of the My Virgo Friend show. I didn't drink all my tea, but I do have my water here. Okay. And I mentioned this on the previous episode. If you're listening to this episode, I recommend that you go back to listen to the final episode of 2023 because I did do some predictions for 2024 and I did do some channeling on the holiday energy and all the stuff that was in the news and the tabloids with the the rise of the fall of the celebrity status, right? And so if you want more details and more of my input on that, please go check out that video. And remember that I am uploading these episodes on YouTube now, so you can catch the visuals on my YouTube channel. Please make sure you subscribe, like, share, follow, all that good stuff to show love. And thank you to everyone that has done that and is doing that, okay? But nonetheless, um, I mentioned that I was going to spend more time in discussing astrology and pop culture, astrology amongst the stars, amongst celebrities that we all know about and hear about. So if you want more of that content, I will probably make that more of my YouTube content since I feel like that would be more of a visual thing because again, YouTube with the visuals, right? But in regards to like still doing like the astrology content, you'll still get this from me on audio. But if you just want a little more content from me, CheChe, your movement and meditation coach, please follow my YouTube channel where I will start doing more pop culture deep dives and relating astrology and the planetary shifts and just illustrating and pointing out how you can identify it in real life. Okay. All right. So anywho, so the past 2 weeks I've just been you know just really taking in and learning from the Cat Williams interview with Shannon Sharp. Still learning, about the P. Diddy situation, learning about the TD Jakes involvement of the PD situation, the Epstein situation with the kids and the brown kids, the brown babies, the black children, the brown and black children, ceasefire now in Gaza, um, Palestine, like just all of that energy, okay? Realizing the energy that Israel has been given, okay? Like they're showing their true colors, okay? Not all Israel, oh, not all Jewish people, but a lot of people that's represent Israel is just really showing some heavy energy right now. Okay, so just taking that in. And again, just coming off the holiday haze, right? So it's just been a lot of energy floating around. And I just been needing to ground myself in what's going on, how am I feeling, how am I being affected. Remember a few episodes towards the end of last year, I shared my own challenges with having people challenge me spiritually, and just still working through that personally. And again, new year, with new year, new cycles, it's going to be new realizations, new thought process, new states of gratitude, new elevation, right? So just really taking in all that energy while also consuming, while also trying not to consume so much, right? Because like if like you can't hide from the whole Cat Williams situation, because it just opens a whole can of worms, right? Cat Williams, 4 minutes in, was unloaded about Ricky Smiley, right? Unloaded about Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish, and all of the fakes that have managed to make a way in the comedy industry, in the entertainment industry, in the music industry. And he just really blew a major whistle that has just sent YouTube world in a surge. Okay, like the YouTube girlies are working. Shout out to Tisa Tells. I discovered her once the Cassie news broke, and I have been a fan of her work ever since. So shout out to Tisa Tells, Tisa Tells, Tells. Please give her a follow on YouTube. She puts in so much work, so much effort, and she's doing it. She does it. And I just really want to give her flowers. So please make sure you follow her on YouTube, give her a listen. And there's so many different channels that I've been learning from. And also, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say it again when I make my specific, because I'm going to make a separate video for YouTube about just about all this stuff, right? Um, it's just really frustrating to hear black culture news, black culture gossip, black culture rumors, black culture tea, black culture, all any of that from white artificial intelligence voices. I think it's Spill News or Spill Today. It's one of those channels, but they usually have the most sensational taglines and cover art. And then I click on it, and a few minutes I'm into it, I have to catch myself like, wow, they're talking a whole bunch of shit about these black entertainers. They're mispronouncing their names. Why are they mispronouncing their names? Because this is a robot voice, okay? And this robot voice is not one of ebonics or an ethnic voice. And it's just clearly not someone that is of the culture. So why are they speaking on the culture? Why is this robotic AI voice speaking on real black issues, real black culture, So as I've found myself listening to these YouTube videos where they have AI generated voices mispronouncing the names of legends, mispronouncing the greats of the entertainment industry, mispronouncing um dates, and using culture phrases like woo chile, woo chow. Like, are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? It's like someone typed up a script and they fed it into this generic artificial intelligence system technology. And or even when you're looking at the screen and people aren't even auto correcting, they're not even spell checking what they're saying, and they're just letting this misspellings go. And it's just such a disrespect. Like whenever they say Michael Jordan and then they show a picture of Michael B. Jordan, they're talking about the scandal with Michael Jordan's son, being married to Larsa Pippen or whatever. But then they show a picture of Michael B. Jordan because they just did a generic search, Google search, and they just threw anything up there without proof checking it. And then like when you're watching it, it's literally feeding you lies. It's literally feeding you bullshit. Like we all need to speak up for the misinformation that is intentionally being put out. Like, I think it's weird as hell how all of these creators are saying unaliving and aid, S-aid. I wrote some notes down. S-aid, R-word, unalive. Is this literally not, look around, everybody's on mute? We're all self-editing for what? So you get more money, so you can get more likes? Like, this not like rewriting history? R-word is rape. Call it what it is. It's sexual assault. Why are you the bad person for saying it? There should be more repercussions for the persons and people and groups that are doing it. Why are we self-editing ourselves? Are we not champions of truth when we get on the mic? Are we not champions of truth when we get behind the camera and we put out this content for the sake of educating and informing and entertaining? Yes, but what are we doing to ourselves? What are we doing? Essay. I can't stand that. R word. Unalived. It's so weird. Talking in code, talking in pig Latin. But then it's spreading the truth. Like, if you're gonna put out content where you have the subtitles, the least you could do is edit it, is spell check it to make sure that it's the correct information. Like those, like that shit matters. Like, I know I'm a Virgo, I know I nitpick, and I know, like, we're, yes, I'm part of the spell check police, gladly, because it's not enough of y'all saying, like, doing it. Like, that's why the kids are so stupid, because they're so dependent on technology and being fed iPads instead of engaging in a conversation. Like, y'all don't tell these kids to look y'all in the eyes when they talking to you. You don't check these kids when they snap on you. That's why you don't discipline them, and that's why they go around and do whatever. Yes, there's rebellion in every generation. Yes, there's gonna be, growing pains and all that shit with every generation, but there are times where you could do something about it and you just choose not to. There are times where adults, where parents just simply don't do their job. There are times where parents do not step up. There are times when adults do not step up, do not show support for the community. It takes a village to raise these kids, y'all. Okay. And we have to start holding these parents accountable that just let these kids run wild. We have to start holding these parents accountable that don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need to start crossing our T's, dotting our I's again. I've said it before, like, bring back shame, right? I've said it before. Um, like, to just, like, this year, I feel like this is the year of hidden in plain sight. That's the message that's been coming to me lately too. This is the year of hidden in plain sight. I feel like 2024 is the year of hidden in plain sight. I feel like, especially like in the past 2 weeks, I've in my reflections and in my meditations, I feel like people are going to be realizing and learning that a lot of these people that you fear that are doing black magic, they're the main ones professing that they're Christians. They're on the front pews. They're in the leadership groups. Okay. That's why they got their hands in everything, because it's all about power for them. It's not about helping people. It's about knowing and having information and having access. Okay. And religion, politics, those are the two areas where you don't talk about, right? You don't talk about it because you don't want to ruffle any feathers. You don't want to offend anybody, right? Yeah, but you don't talk about it also because it's a power play. It's a power move, right? So just be mindful of, religion and politics, okay? Money, power, sex, all of those topics, okay, those are going to be some heavy themes with this year. What goes around comes around, hidden in plain sight. You get what you give, what you put out comes back to you. All of that, those themes, all of that is coming back. Like figure eight, the number eight is a figure eight, it's an infinity symbol. Is this what goes around comes around? And all of the energy that P. Diddy and Epstein and Harvey whatever the fuck his name is, Harvey Weinstein, I think it's Weinstein, Epstein, Weinstein, Oprah, Tyler Perry, all of the dark angels are now being revealed and they're falling. And since we're in the age of Aquarius, people are now more willing to listen to the truth. Remember all these months and all these previous months, all these previous years when I've been saying, when other spiritual leaders have been saying the veil is lifting, we're raising consciousness, the veil is lifting, the clarity is coming. We're in the age of Aquarius. We're ready to hear the truth now. We're ready to see the truth now. We're understanding what you know what I'm saying, like all of that energy. It's like we're all coming out of a haze, we're all coming out of a fog, and it's like we realize like, oh, like I feel like this is the year, like you're realizing like why child stars are even a thing. Like why is there not more finger wagging at the parents, like when these situations come out about these child stars being abused and stuff. And yes, they go to the execs and they go to the people with the money and all that stuff, but like there's never really any like repercussions on the parents. Have y'all like noticed that? Where they just kind of like skate under. Like I've always wondered, as much attention as the memory of Aaliyah gets, right? And how much she's loved and revered and respected. Why has there never really been any conversation about her parents? Like there's, yes, R. Kelly, monster, ugh, predator, gross. Also victim, also sexual assault victim, also a known illiterate in the music industry, okay? Known illiterate. So if he's not reading it or comprehending it, someone else is doing that for him and guiding him as such, right? He's an artist, okay? He's not a professor, he's not a genius, but he is an artist, okay? He does feel, and he has put out great artistry. And yes, he's being punished. He's serving his time and stuff. But like, why hasn't there been more like to the parents of these situations where like kids are known to be disrespected and abused and stuff? So I feel like there's gonna be more flashlighting on that, on like just really going back. Like you thought we forgot, now we back type energy. Like you thought we forgot, no, we're back. I feel like there's going to be more education on spiritual practices. I feel like there's going to be more education on um, going back to remember past lives. I feel like there's going to be more. Anyway, I'm going to make a separate video because I think the YouTube music stopped in another room, and I hate recording when it's like dead silent in here because it makes me feel away. So I'm going to record another video. But anyway, 2024 is going to be a year. It's going to be quite a year. Like I said, I'm going to make a separate video because I didn't even talk about the full moon in Cancer we just had, nor the new moon in Capricorn we just had. And we have a full moon in Leo coming up. So I didn't talk about any of the moon phases. I'll make another video for the podcast. But anywho, welcome back. Happy 2024. I'm back. I'm here. Please give this podcast a 5-star rating. If this is your first time listening, hello, welcome. Please come back. I do talk about astrology on here, but I just, between Conan getting me off kilter, frustrating me, and the music stopping in another room, I just need to reset and do another live, okay? So check me out on YouTube, CheCheBabe. Follow this podcast, share this podcast, and I look forward to seeing y'all next time. Thank you. Bye.